taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as me.
Hello and welcome to FPL Agony, here to make fantasy football less like hell. It's game week 4, it's all very exciting. We had the international break and just like the comedian Rob Beckett said during the week, why do we have to have those? Let's get rid of it. We had like a whole week and whatever without football. How did we cope? It's madness. But welcome to today's show. We're talking about all things game week 4. One of us is playing a wild card, and we're going to find out who that is this evening. It's all very exciting. I know it's all kicking off, isn't it? Amazing stuff. And because we are so nice, we are doing this live stream early so you can all watch the England game afterwards. How nice are we? Yeah, amazing. What absolute legends. And it's so
well,
early.
we had the Declan Rice derby earlier this week, didn't we?
We did have the Declan. There you go. Have your little word there. Very good.
National special.
Oh, dear. This live stream is going out so early, we can all still taste our dinner. It's getting ridiculous. Talking of dinner, let's talk about our Cockney experts in residence. Being an Italian, he's just finished his favourite, I'm even doing the hand signals, he's just finished his favourite ever dinner, which is Heinz spaghetti hoops. Let's hear it for Signore.
On toast. Bit of brown sauce, it's nice.
Yeah, exactly. Not a bad. It's a fine Italian dish. And of course, our other expert has just finished his dinner, which we had jelly eels, whelks, pie and mash. Yeah, he's had it all. Let's hear it for Scott. Hello, lads. How are we doing?
Good evening.
Good evening. Scott, you're right, mate.
Yeah, not bad. I'm just nodding, you know. It all starts with a nod, doesn't it?
It all starts with a nod. You've actually, do you know when you nod, there's like a jingle. Are you wearing like one of those bells that Cat wears?
Like a Christmas tree.
Christmas tree. Scott's got his England top on. He's hoping for a good result. Who are we playing? I can't even be bothered.
Land of Finn.
Land of Finn. All right, so that should be a nice, comfortable 1-0. Nice, safe thing. We'll talk about England on today's show. But yes, as ever, get involved in the chat if you're watching live. And of course, if you're not watching live and you subscribed on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, hello, welcome. Hope you enjoyed today's show. And yeah, hit that subscribe button on all those platforms because we love it. It's such fun putting out the show in all these different places. Scott unhelpfully doesn't wear headphones. He doesn't know this. I'm about to tell him this for the first time. Scott doesn't wear headphones. He's the only one of us who doesn't. And so it adds on an extra 40 minutes of editing time when I'm putting together the podcast. It does. Because every time I edit it, right, I've got my tracks there. And then there's this... It's just this weird little feedback glitch sounds that happens like... It's whenever you're not talking. So I've got to find them all.
Oh, my bad.
So he's wearing headphones next time. So, yeah, make sure everyone at home's wearing headphones too, because this is going to be a wild show. If you want to get involved in our FPL Agony League, the code is on the screen, E54QBG, and it's along the ticker, along the bottom. There's no surprises. If you watched our international break special, you'll know exactly where everyone is in the team. So, in second place, just behind Abu Yasser,
Yeah!
thanks to our Arabic Esper.
Look at what's going on, boys.
I know. Yeah. So yeah, Signore's behind our friend Mr. Yasser.
I can't.
The giggles have already started.
It's all falling apart already. Stick with us. It will be fine. I'm just off the screen in 17th place, and if you scroll down, you get to Scott, who's in 52nd place. But it's all going to change because we're going to have another great game week. Game week 3 was a little bit, well, it was for me. But yeah, it's all going to be great. Get involved. We've got hundreds of people in FPL Agony League. And I know at least 6 of you watch the show.
I've just clocked one of the team names we're going down. That's really made me laugh.
Which one?
So, 56, Liam.
56.
Oh, it's Liam.
We're going down.
What's Downs' first name again?
Flynn.
Flynn Down. That's great. I like that.
That's very good.
Yeah. Shout out to Southampton Dribble, who supports us a lot on Twitter. Cheers, man.
Nice one. Good stuff. Yeah, I tell you what, there's lots of great team names. We should probably go through some of these and like rank some of our best ones. We'll save that for another episode. But yeah, excellent stuff. Looking forward to it. We're not going to do our Oh Dears of the week because we did that on the last episode, and it feels a bit mean to take the mickey out of too many people because we all have our off weeks, don't we, Scott? So we're going to do a few things today. We're going to do a couple of the stories from the week. We're going to look at the fixtures. We're going to look at our teams and decisions. I have a special odd one out question to test the two guys on today's show. We shall see. As ever, I make it really easy so Signore can get it. Bless him. And of course, a cheeky game of Who Are You? So, let's talk about some of our stories this week. Now, if you're like us, you like a good sing song, don't you? Everyone likes to sing. Every time we go live on this, we've got the countdown. You would have seen if you watched the live stream, and there's a great song. It's a really good song. And Signore, he loves to sing along, don't you?
I don't mind it every now and then.
Yeah, doesn't mind it at all. He sings. What's weird is there's a slight delay though, so whenever he sings it, it's about 4 seconds after we've actually heard the actual line from him, Scott. So that's quite amazing. But our friend Lee Carsley, who do we think is going to get the England job?
Just a quick one. We're not the same person. Just to let everyone know that.
Yeah, I know. They're quite similar. Right, go on. Is he getting the job? Is your doppelganger getting the job?
I'd like to think so. Genuinely. I mean, I know we're the topic what we're going to talk about after, but I've been very vocal on our group chat before his first match and when he named the squad. I like the fact he's picked players like Morgan Gibbs-White and Angel Gomez. I think he's given them a real shot, and he's worked his way like Gareth did when he got the position, like I know him, when Southgate got the job. And I just feel like he's done very well with the under-21s, and you've got to give him a chance. No one expected Southgate to do so well. And, apart from winning the World Cup 66 and obviously the best England manager we've had, I think he's done a really good job with the youth of England. So I'd give it to him myself. Because who else are you going to bring in? Like, who's actually going to be available? Graham Potter? Does anyone even know who he is? No. So yeah, give it to Carsley, in my opinion.
All right, nice. All right, he's swung it for you. Has it swung it for you, Signore?
I don't know.
Swing when you're winning.
Swing when you're
Swing when you're winning.
They're calling it Carlsberg, aren't they?
Is that what they're calling it? Wow.
Yeah, well, at least ain't Carlsberg. That is not a good.
They'll probably be the best football in the world.
So, do you know what? Yeah, I could see a few things that were tweaked and different to like what Southgate was playing, and I think we've all been accustomed to like a certain style of England football over the past. How long Southgate been with us now? 3 tournaments.
Yeah,
4 tournaments. So like, I think we've become accustomed to that. So I think everyone would like a better name match next to it, but if it works, it works, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. However, there has been news stories in the week about Lee Carsley. He doesn't sing. He's not a singer. He's not a singer like us. He won't sing the national anthem. He says he needs to concentrate. And other players didn't sing the national anthem, did they? Gary Neville, I think, was one who didn't sing the national anthem. So, what do you make of that?
I don't think Rooney could either.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't think he could. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Very good.
We both made the same joke at the same time. I'm so sorry to everyone from Liverpool who's watching or listening. Right. What are we talking about? We're talking about Lee singing. Should Lee Carsley sing? Should he be forced to sing?
I don't think so.
I agree. I mean, I think people forget, even though he was born in the Midlands and obviously would have played for England, he decided to play for Republic of Ireland. He was one of the first players back in those days that decided to switch. And he is a Republic of Ireland international. I think people forget that. Mm. Like, you wouldn't see Poch or Pep sing God Save the King if they're, Argentinian and Spanish, respectively. So, yeah, what's more important, winning the match or seeing Lee Carsley sing before the start of the game? Mm.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion,
Yeah, I mean, I think, does it really matter? Much has been made of it, but I don't think anyone's been that outraged, have they, Signore?
I just think it's tabloids trying to sell tabloids, isn't it?
Yeah.
100%.
Just a whole lot of nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing. A bit like the Mo Salah story from last week.
Yeah.
But hey, we've got to have our clickbait. There was a great story. Now I tried to look it up before the show, but I remember I think it was Mark Lawrenson who told this story a long time ago. Liverpool in the 80s, and it was before an important final, one of the many they had, and they were just sitting in the changing room, and the changing rooms of the two teams were like right next to each other, and one of the players just started singing, like just singing this song really loud, and everyone joined in, and it got louder and louder and louder, and I don't want to say it's definitely Mark Lawrenson that said this, but they said basically that was the point at which they won the match, because it just put, like, they heard that sound almost, when you're singing that loud, it's like a battle cry almost, and I think that really G'd them up, and it put a bit of the terrors in the opposition. So can singing have that effect, Scott?
Yeah, I mean, does it make you scared? I'm not sure about that, but it just shows the passion, doesn't it? For what you want to do, and just put some thinking into the opposition. That's how I would put it. I don't know if it would scare someone, but make them think twice.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a comment in the chat, which I'm praying is sarcasm. Really wish we had Lee Carsley over the likes of Frank, Gerrard, Scholes, etc. # what could have been.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate that, mate. Thanks for joining.
That's so good. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Sing if you want. The thing is that drives me mad about the national anthems actually before the game, and it's a science thing. Is that the fact that the sound takes time to travel around, so we get the instant broadcast of the national anthem through the TV, but when we're hearing the crowd sing, there's actually that slight delay, including the players who are mouthing completely the wrong words at the wrong time, and it makes them look like they can't sing in time. No one can. It's just
how scientific of you.
It's just a bit weird. Yeah, well, we're here for a bit of science on this show, aren't we? I think all after that. But yeah, national anthems, it's all fine, but it just sort out the timing, guys. That's all.
Mini music lesson there,
eh?
Oh, a bit of music as ever. Let's talk about the next story of the week. Signore, I'm going to hand over to you to just introduce this one. We're talking about whether the fact that players moving to Saudi are then at a disadvantage, aren't we?
Yeah, Koeman came out really publicly and just said that I can't even pronounce the guy's name. Berwin, is that Bergwin?
That will do.
He'll do.
Birdwin.
He'll never play for Holland due to him playing in Saudi, and I kind of seen both sides to this, because I get the standard would drop, but at the same time he's still playing, and I think it just depends on different people, because the Brazilian league, we don't know anything about the Brazilian league. You expect it to be good, but I can not name anyone, I don't think, in the Brazilian league, and the player's gone over there to play, and he said, well, he will definitely be in consideration for the future squads and stuff. I'm just trying to think back to teams where the standard of football isn't that important. Like that German team where, was it Lucas Podolski, wasn't starting regularly for his club, but yet he was starting bang on for Germany when it came to tournaments. Like Didier Deschamps' French team. He's got his team. Doesn't matter who's in form. Doesn't matter who's performing better than other players. He's got his team set up, and who's the guy that ain't got a club at the minute? Linked with Man United at the minute. Rabiot? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Oh, is it Rabiot? Rabiot? Yeah, with the French player, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting the French accent wrong here.
I was going to say Jesse Lingard for a minute.
But do you know what I mean? So is it really a big deal? Because Podolski still performs well for Germany. France still, do you know what I mean, considered one of the strongest teams in any competition going. Is it a really big deal? I get Koeman's perspective here, but
yeah, well, I mean, what do you reckon, Scott? It's not even just a Saudi thing. It could be in lots of different leagues. For example, we've seen Conor Gallagher go to Atletico Madrid. Is he less likely to feature because he can't be watched that often, or what do you think the deal is? In not just in that situation, but also
I don't know. I mean, you think about Jordan Henderson and his situation. Very interesting, because it's kind of similar. When he went to El Atifak, and is that how we pronounce it? I think it's that. He was still called up for the first one or two squads. I know he wasn't there very long, and he ended up going to Ajax, but he didn't get picked for the Euro squad because he was playing in Saudi for a while and then went to Ajax. I think he just didn't get picked because his time had come and gone at his age, and I think we needed a youthful squad for that tournament. So I don't think it should, and the league is taking off. You know, it's not just 4 clubs now, or 3 or 4 clubs over there that are signing big players. It's not Al Nasser, it's not Al Hilal. Kurt Zuma joined Al Aruba recently, and top player in his day at Chelsea, and you know, he was captain of the club when we won the Conference League, stuff like that. Oh, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Declan Rice, wasn't it? But he's played at the highest level, and I think more clubs are going to start to build towards a decent squad as long as they've got the international players rule where there's not too many. Obviously, we spoke very heavily about Tony. Right, again, international where we don't know if he's going to get picked, but I don't think it does. Why should it? You know, as you say, Conor Gallagher was a prime example. David Beckham, when he went to Real Madrid, and then he left United, he never played for another Premier League club. He was picked every single time. Even when he lost the captaincy, he still was. He got picked relatively soon after, on loan at AC Milan. Got picked. LA Galaxy got picked. So, I don't agree with that. I just think, I don't think it's a disadvantage.
So, do you reckon Ivan Toney will still feature for England?
That is a difficult one because of what we've got available.
Yeah.
In the squad, like tonight, we've got Watkins, we've got Kane. What formation he plays? He's obviously playing Grealish in the middle, I think, at the moment. So I don't think if he goes out there and starts smashing it, why shouldn't he get picked? You know, did he go over there? We don't know what his reasons to go over there for. You know, he's had quite a troubled time in his career, and it might just be a fresh start. Doesn't mean he's not. We just have to wait and see. You know, so yeah. I mean, I remember watching a clip of Neymar in pre-season, and I think his team won like 8-0, and he was just running rings around some of the players.
It looked like he was playing like primary school children, didn't it?
Yeah, proper. It's legit proper. It is so funny. But it was a pre-season friendly, so it's a little bit different. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the fact that we have sort of more competitive leagues outside of Europe for lots of reasons. I think, you know, that diversity is really important, but also some of these leagues are cheaper to watch. Like if I want to watch MLS on telly, it's like cheaper than Sky. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know where can you watch the Saudi leagues? Is there a channel we can watch them on?
Did they agree a deal to actually have the Saudi League on a platform? I can't remember. I think it was when it first I don't know if it's still on there. I don't know if Sky agreed a deal. I can't remember. But
it's quite cool though because you can see former Premier League players and
one of the best players in the world of all time.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, he's going over there and he is smashing records still, and I think he knew that at the time of his career. He still wanted to be at that, you know, the personal accolade, you know, vibe in some ways. That would he have been able to cut it after United? I don't know. I really don't know. At the top level, but fair play. You know, he still. You saw another record he got last week or the week before. Like, it's just insane. Yeah. But at his age, what is he, nearly 40? Ronaldo, 39, 38?
Yeah.
Like, some of these players are in the prime of their career and they're going over there. You know?
Yeah.
It's a catch-22, really.
And the game in these countries will develop, though, as we go on. The more money spent.
I mean, I don't think it's going away. It's not going away. It's not like when China had all of that money and they started bringing players over. I think Oscar went over there, Hulk, Arnautovic left West Ham to go there. They tried to bring Dimitri Payet from us, but after a while it fizzled out. I don't think Saudi's fizzling out. You know, they're taking over. They've been able to put a lot of investment into sport across the board, not just football. You know, we can speak about golf and stuff like that. They're starting to take over, and it's not going away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Formula 1 as well comes to mind.
Yep. Yeah. So that's another one, yeah.
Epic growth for sport. Talking of, I was just thinking the other day, it would be so good if this is completely off topic, but in terms of just like broadcast rights, it baffles me a little bit why the Premier League stop their deals with Sky and BT and Amazon, and just release their own app, their own streaming platform, and they charge whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, it would be the death knell for some of these other. Sky will struggle massively to recover from that. But you've got your own app. And apps are kind of the future of watching TV here, I think, in some ways, because you can draw out portability and flexibility.
Yeah.
So
a Premier League network. Premier League network. Wrestling have it.
Yeah.
They have it for their WWE network. There should be a Premier League network. But every time I feel like we're getting close to that, and I do actually firmly believe in that idea, they agree another mega contract with these television companies, and then it's out. I mean, Sky is the only constant. Those channels are always rebranding. Those companies are always rebranding. You've had Santander Sports have Premier League before. You've had ESPN have Premier League before. Now it's obviously TNT, or it was BT Sport, as part of the Discovery family. Like, there's one constant always there. But I'm such a firm believer in a Premier League network, 100%. And you get all the matches. I know the whole blackout rule and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another thing as well.
But if you pay a monthly subscription, surely some kind of funds could go towards non-league or the lower leagues, to kind of contribute to cheaper tickets to still go to those matches,
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd be quite happy to pay money, on Now TV, that network, I'd pay them whatever the monthly fee is, the same. The trouble is, when you pay for streaming with Sky, they charge HD as an add-on. See what I mean? I've got to pay extra money per month. If you do it through Now TV, you've got to pay extra money as an add-on to watch in HD. It's not even 4K, not even HDR, anything like that. You just want to see that. If you want to be able to see the players' faces without it looking like a PS1, you've got to pay more money on top.
FIFA 94. No,
Minecraft.
but I also agree. The HD thing. HD is like SD now. Yeah. To be honest, HD is just a standard. It's become the SD, and it's a money thing, isn't it? It's just a massive money thing.
I know. I hate a little bit of the greed surrounding it, but I would totally support a Premier League network. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We went off topic there, but I thought that was just a really interesting discussion. Let's go over now, though, to a bit of FPL, because that's what we're all here for, a bit of fantasy football. So let's get on with this.
People are waiting.
People are waiting, and we're waiting for Signore's moment to shine. Let's go through the fixture list for game week 4. We have Southampton versus Man U, Brighton versus Ipswich Town, Crystal Palace versus Leicester, Fulham versus West Ham, Liverpool versus Notts Forest, Man City versus Brentford, Villa versus Everton, Bournemouth v Chelsea, Tottenham v Arsenal, and Wolverhampton versus Newcastle. Let's head over straight to Signore. Are any games that you're looking forward to this week?
For footballing reasons, because I'm quite interested in the outcome. But the fixture kicking off this game week in the Morgan Schneiderlin fixture. I actually think it could be a good result for Southampton. Not even joking.
I love your derby names. Go on.
Obviously, the Asmere derby's there. I can't let that go, can I?
In fact, that can have a cheer. Very good. Well done, Asmir, the king. Cool. Scott?
I've actually got a derby name for myself, actually, this week. So let's take it back to 2002, 2003.
Can't wait.
The Rufus Brevett derby, Fulham West Ham.
Not Bobby Zamora.
No, not Bobby Zamora, because it goes back to the dark days. Went to West Ham on loan or did he sign permanently in the January, the year we got relegated? Yeah, good times. But I think also from an FPL point of view, genuinely, because I haven't got Brevett in my team, more of a last chance kind of is the Wolves Newcastle game. I think Isaac, I know he scored last game week, but he hasn't hit the highs that everyone thought he would from the start of the season. 8 million seemed like a decent price still compared to what he was producing last year. I think he started at 7.5 last season. Can't remember. But it's just not really worked. And I think you could potentially, use those funds elsewhere to spread around the team, especially in your midfield, because some of the midfield options are starting to perk up again, especially if you've got Chelsea players and stuff. Or you could downgrade Isaac to a Chelsea forward. Yeah, I think I'll be eagerly watching that to see what happens. And I'm not playing a wild card, so exclusive news. So I just want to look at what I can do with my free transfers, to be honest.
Well, there we go. We now know that Scott is not going to play his wild card. So we're about to find out by the process of elimination who is going to be playing their wild card. Let's talk about Signore's team. This is his team from Gameweek 3. Is there any names I can't pronounce? No, I think we're good. We've got Flecken in goal, Saliba, Robinson and Robertson. Smith Rowe, Gibbs White, Rogers, Salah, Isaac, Havertz and Haaland is your starting 11. Signore, what changes are you going to make? Because you've banked a few transfers, so what are you going to do?
I have decided not to use my WC. And
oh, it's massive.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, and I think I'm just going to use my free transfers. I think, I don't know, I've sent you guys like 10 different options of what I can do. Thinking seriously about the Liverpool double up in defence, bringing Trent in for Saliba, but then again, I'm also thinking about bringing Diaz in and go double heavy in midfield. I just fancy Diaz over Jota at the minute, and I actually think Jota's a better prospect for FPL, but just on form, just thinking about that. But I've also played around with keeping Isaac and Isaac, whatever his name is, and trying to make some other moves. So we'll see. Okay, I think I am going to bring in either Matoma or Welbeck. Minter as sort of like a really big differential. I just think one of those three are going to be really key. Like Minter's underlining stats are quite incredible, actually. Like he's been close to scoring a few times. He's created some big chances that haven't been converted. He's got some assists. I think there's going to be a turnaround in the swing for him, and he's 5.5. So if you are brave enough to bank on him, that could be a really good call. Whether I do that or not is another matter. So we'll see. We'll see. I've still got a couple of days to play with the team, haven't I? So
yeah, we've got a few days until the deadline. And of course, if you want to know what teams we do eventually end up picking, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FPL Agony.
Decent plug.
It was good. That was smooth, wasn't it? That was pretty good. Follow us. Make sure you keep on top of what teams we're playing, so you know what to pick, because we're the experts, right?
Just a quick one. I received a tweet asking for a potential transfer. Said he was going to come on the show, but time to putting the kids to bed. I don't know. But a member of the Twitter community, Dan, said that would you make the move from Saka to Palmer for this week, knowing that Odegaard's gone out injured? And he's got £1.9 million in the bank. And it's only, what, 0.5 or 0.6 up?
Don't know. I only say that.
I said I'll talk about it on live.
Yeah, I only say that because his record against Spurs is great.
Yeah.
You know, so I know Palmer's got Ipswich and that's very appealing.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. Don't know.
It's a good question, though. I said I would do that personally. I think I'm kind of gutted I didn't start with Palmer, but the funds didn't work. He's still the Chelsea asset. I'm sorry,
yeah.
I'll always hold that affiliation with him from last season, because if you didn't know, I bought him in at 4.9 million on a wild card in week 6.
We go.
Yeah, so I'm always blowing bubbles, boys. Always blowing.
Absolutely.
Just like I said. Yeah, so I personally would do that move. knowing because also Saka's quite highly owned, and it means that I might be able to get one ahead. I don't know. But...
I think you've got to go by form in that situation, right? That the impact Palmer's had already this season, Saka less so. So I think I kind of agree with that.
Exactly.
What do you reckon, Signore?
I think they're on the same number of points, or roughly, aren't they? But I think, like I said, you got to look at two things here. I think you look at, because we spoke last week about Salah's record against United is just phenomenal, and again, if you look at Saka's record against Spurs is fantastic. So you either go on like historical form or you go on the fixtures, and Palmer's fixtures look great.
Yeah. So there we go. Dan, was it you spoke to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that helps, mate. Best of luck with your decision, but I think we're pretty clear on what you should do. Scott, I want to talk about your team.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You've banked some stuff as well, haven't you? How many free transfers you got? You got them all?
I've got two. Okay. Because I had to make that transfer in Gameweek 1 when Solanke had to come out for Munif. And it hasn't really worked out. I mean, his stats, underlying stats and stuff, XG is really, really good. But it's just, he's not putting them in the net. And I feel like, is it another one where he's potentially on the chopping block for next week? He's got West Ham. Obviously, I'm hoping from a football point of view that he doesn't. But if he's going to do it in any game, he's probably going to be against us. Our defence, we've still been conceding goals this season. I know, obviously, we lost 2-1 to Villa. And then, obviously, Haaland arrived again for the second time this season with a hat-trick. But I still feel like we're experimenting with our second centre-back position. Kilman's been fantastic. Don't know if Mavropanos is going to keep his place. Todibo is going to come in. So I think it could be a good opportunity for Munif to get some good, decent chances against us. So I haven't actually looked at the moment at my team, or I might have briefly looked at it. There's a few things I'm looking at. I would love to bring in someone like Mbeumo. I think he's going to be fantastic from now into the end of the season. Now there's no Tony and he's on pens. Visser, in terms of stats, isn't far behind him, and for the price.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I don't know if I could go two cheaper forwards. I feel like I want a Haaland, a mid-price forward, and a cheaper forward. But João Pedro as well. I know the whole thing, he's been called up to Brazil, so maybe not this week, but he's still on the watch list, in my opinion. And again, we spoke about it last week in the international break episode, but Ramsdale in goal. I think to save that 0.1 against Henderson, I don't know when the Palace fixture swing is, but I would like to have a bit. I think Ramsdale will be starting every week, and we don't buy, unless you're buying the top goalkeepers for your 5.56. You don't always expect clean sheets. I think it's more like the save points and stuff is a big part of it. Henderson picked up 4 last game week, even though they conceded. So there's the kind of things. But I'm not in the running to make a transfer, so I could just roll again and roll with 3 and see where we go. I want to try and save the wild card for a few more weeks minimum.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Okay.
Suits you, sir.
Yeah. By process of elimination, then, to finish off, we can say that it is me who's going to be playing the wild card. Woo! Here we go. So, this is the screenshot that I posted on the last show, the bonus international break show that I did. And we decided to go with Rodgers. Now, I'm bringing this team back because I still want to chat about it a little bit. I've got a little bit of FOMO about Palmer.
Oh, here we go.
And that's where I'm starting to be like, where do I make these compromises? And looking at it, really, if I was to get Palmer in, I'm downgrading Jota and Mbeumo to bring in Palmer, probably instead of Madueke. Now, that's talk me out of it.
I won't do that. I won't talk you out of it. I think if I was in a wild card, and I've seen a lot of, I've been staying away from FPL, but a lot of drafts with Palmer in it.
Mm.
And I think, look, we know we spoke about it heavily last week with the amount of forwards you've got, and I said about Sancho being a good signing, blah, blah, blah. Palmer's that guy. He's not getting replaced in that forward line.
Yeah.
He's the essential. He's the first name on a team sheet, in my opinion. So I would do that. You've still got your... There's no such thing as players covering positions. There's just no such thing. People can say that. I've said it as well. Oh, you covered the Liverpool. You can't ever cover. So when people say I bought Jota in instead of Salah or Diaz over Salah so I can have Haaland, you can't cover any players. It's not a real thing. It's more of a figure of speech to make yourself kind of your biased opinion to sound right. Okay, I'm going to cover Salah. Salah is that man. You can't cover Salah. He's an elite FPL player. He's probably one of the best FPL players we've ever had. So you can get away with downgrading Jota somewhere else and then upgrading Madueke to Palmer. That's a good move.
Okay.
But you just got to think about who you're bringing in
You've
around
got to
that.
make it 4 million, haven't you?
Yes. Probably 4.1. Oh, no,
Ooh.
actually. Potentially.
So really, one of those midfielders is becoming a £4 million
4.5.
midfielder.
A £3
Yeah,
million
can't get
pound
4
midfielder.
One's becoming like
Oh, yeah,
a
can't do
£5
it.
million.
That's why I said about Raya being so expensive. I mean, I know he's going to start every game, but that's what he's so expensive for 5.5 for a goalkeeper. That's just. But I would keep Trent because I know I didn't say it, but if there was a move, I would like to bring in Trent. I think I'm getting a bit of FOMO over him. And the fact he hasn't gone up yet either. He might go up before the deadline, but it's tricky. You got to have sacrifices when you got. Palmer, in my opinion, is a premium player now. He's a premium player, at 10.5. He's more expensive than Saka, but can you go without him? Probably not. Your issue is that you've already got a cheaper forward in João Pedro and you've got the lap.
Yeah.
So you've got one dead spot on your bench already. Potentially second. He's going to start every game, I think, the lap. So you could have him second on your bench. You might have another dead spot here. And Keane's your other spot. So you're relying on Veltman every week. You're relying on this one. I think you should have a look play around with Mbeumo, Madueke and Jota to get Palmer in and then possibly look at Vissa.
Yeah.
As what I've just mentioned. If you manage your forward. Because then you can go a little bit cheaper than 7.1 or 7 million.
Yeah.
Do you know someone I'm quite interested in? And they're not going to play as much, which frustrates me, but Duran at Aston Villa. I've just got a feeling that he's come off the bench and he's got a couple of goals. If he played a bit more, I can see why Chelsea was interested in him last season. I really didn't know anything about him. Well, yeah, I mean, I really didn't know anything about him, in all honesty.
Remember when he did that online? Still never signed for the club? Scored the winner against us? Scored the winner against us in the first game of the season?
So,
wow.
I'm looking at the minute in a strange thing. Anyone playing Everton? So Villa have got Everton next. Leicester have got Everton. I'm looking at some games like that because they just don't look good at all.
Three up front: Vardy, Watkins, and Duran. That'll be a wet formation.
Very good.
God. A quick shout out to Barraj who's joined us in chat. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing good. And my mum's also joined, so hello.
I was going to say, is that the only person that's joined in the chat, Matt?
Here we go again.
Oh, it's great. My mum's going to watch every episode, so we're guaranteed at least one viewer per show.
Maybe every time your mum joins, Matt, we could do a here we go again.
Yeah, maybe she needs her own intro music like yours. Oh, that could be. Oh my God, no, we can't make my mum a feature of this show. That.
No. Yes.
I think we should put a poll out on socials to decide, the outcoming factor of this.
Tiger account, she gets more followers than FPL Agony.
Oh my God. Well, in terms of my team, I'll keep you posted. It could be exactly this, or it could be a revised midfield so I can get Palmer in. They're my options. Oh, it's going to be stressful, but we'll get there. Right. We've got a few minutes. Well, kickoff's about to start for England, so we won't take too long. But a couple more things. Firstly, we're going to do a game. So before we do Who Are Ya, every now and then I like to add a little bit of trivia into the show. I make it nice and easy so Signore can get it, and then Scott ends up getting it. But
nothing beats the previous one out, I'll tell you that.
A really simple odd one out. This is easy. I promise you this is easy. Which player's the odd one out? Here we go. Wayne Rooney, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and Casemiro. Who's the odd one out?
Oh.
Go on, Signore, you can do it.
I don't know. I just want to say Rooney. I don't know why. But I just want to say...
You've got to say why to get the point.
I've got to say why. He is the only one still not playing. He's the only one that's managing.
Scott?
He's the only one that doesn't sing his national anthem.
That's a good one.
That's good. Topical.
Can't
Now, I did check the stats, but it's perfectly possible I got this wrong, so I'm going to look quite foolish if it's not right. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
He's the only one to score for Man U this season.
Oh!
Who's that, Rooney?
Yeah.
Oh, in the game the other day. That's amazing.
Oh, my days.
Did you see Rooney's goal?
I mean, I saw Rooney.
You could have missed him, couldn't you?
Oh,
like, I'm seriously worried about that guy's health.
He can still play, though. He can still play Everton. I'm telling you what, he needs to go back to Everton for the third time.
That's true, actually.
He
does.
That's true. He'll help him out. But it was a great free kick.
It was.
Really, really good.
Top bins.
So that was absolutely. It was good. So I'm not. Well, I'll kind of give it to John because he did say it was Wayne Rooney. So well done. Let's have a game now of Who Are Ya? This is the bit where the listeners on Spotify and Apple Podcasts have no idea what's going on. We have a blurred picture of a Premier League footballer, a current Premier League footballer, and they have to guess who it is. We get 8 guesses. Each time we do a guess, it tells us if we've got the right team, nationality, age, squad number, etc. It's Signore leading 3-2. Last week was a draw, so I awarded a point. So that's why we've got more points than game weeks. But here we are. Are you ready to see the photo? I love this so much. This is my favourite bit of the show. They have an incredible record of getting it in the first guess for like the last, all season almost, isn't it? It's been absolutely brilliant. Oh, God. I need some like heartbeat sound effect or something. Right, here we go. Take a close look. Here is the photo. Who's that?
Oh.
Looks like they've gone for the Ian Walker curtains look.
I was going to say, it looks like he's got curtains.
I don't know if it is, but I know he's had his hair cut recently because I saw a picture of him recently, so it could be. I'm going to just take it. Yeah, he does. He goes to my BA meetings, Balls Anonymous. And our tagline, there's nothing anonymous about us. Right, so... I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Mudryk.
He don't play in the Prem.
Mudryk don't play in the Prem. Mudryk,
What?
M-U-D, Chelsea guy.
Oh,
Mudryk.
him. I thought you said Modric.
No.
There we go. I misspelled. Right, there we go. Let's have a look. No,
Maybe.
it is not the correct answer. So what we can tell from this, having that guess, the streak is over. It's not a forward. They're older than 23, and their shirt number's higher than 10. They don't play for Chelsea, and they're not from the Ukraine. So,
I was going to say, is there a bit of facial hair going on there? But they all seem to have a bit of facial hair these days, don't they?
they do.
I can't go with that hair. I mean, it's just like a parting, isn't it? Like
Something going on. What is it?
Could
Is he one
I
of the
don't know, what
guys
is it?
from Blue?
yeah, I was thinking like 5 or Blue or S Club.
We've got a suggestion in the chat. What if the
Oh.
audience wins? Smith Rowe.
Oh,
But we could no, because it can't be a midfielder, can it? Can't be a midfielder. No way.
The audience wins!
Oh,
the
amazing.
audience wins! Oh my
Modric is
god!
down as a forward.
Oh my god! Oh my god! The audience wins! A shout out to OMMG. Oh my
fair
goodness!
Oh my goodness! Well done. Yeah.
Wow! The audience gets it. You have been defeated. So now I've got an extra score to keep tally of. So it's
Oh
currently
Jesus! They're gonna slaughter
3
us.
to Signore, 2 to Scott, and 1 point to the audience. Well done. Another congratulations.
Can I just say, I can't get over his hair. Where is it like being side-parted from? Is it left to right, right to left? It looks like someone's drawn it on.
It's quite nice. It's got like the highlights done and stuff. It looks very nice. So OMMG is Oliver. Well done, Oliver. Oliver supports Southampton. So there we go. Never mind, mate. But you won this
I
one.
don't
at
know,
least.
made relevant sense, didn't it? So,
I can't believe it. The audience has. I love this. This is so good. Well done. That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Ta-da!
Ta-ra, see ya. Right. We should let everyone go so everyone can watch the England game and watch our 1-0 win against the land of Finn. Okay. So let's go to our 3-camera view. Look at our fine looking lads. Well, Scott and Signore anyway. Right. Should we do the sign off and all that stuff? Anything you want to do? Go for it.
suppose so. So join us next time on FPL Agony, where we share more stress, anxieties.
And agony make us love the pain of this game.
Woo! Get the tagline right once again. Thank you very much, everyone who's watching. Thank you, everyone who listens on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Have a great game week 4. Follow us on the socials. We'll let you know what we decide. But most importantly, may all of your arrows be green. Good night.